So the first one, Cozy 2961 says, I lost my respect for Ike mainly for his views on the genocide and the controversial chant. You can't be normal mentally to justify people living based on lies and no stats to substantiate the claims. Singing a chant is no proof of killing. Some people are cheap. That's what they say.
It's fine. And I mean, I try to understand things in context. You know, there's a literal, interpretation and a contextual, interpretation and application. So those people who want to kill the Boer or sing kill the Boer, the farmer, whatever it is, to what benefit? I sang the song when it was still relevant. That's why I normally say that Black people, they like to fight for things that even if you get them, your life don't change.
Guys.
That's why I normally say that Black people, they like to fight for things that even if you get them, your life don't change.
Black people like to fight for things that even if you get them, your life don't change. And it baffles my mind because this statement is 100% true. You look at Black people, you look at the kind of life that we are subjected to in the townships. You look at how the Black governance has been governing this country for the past 30 years. And you don't see the fight. You don't see the fight from Black people to change things. Black people today, they are willing to fight tooth and nail to chant kill the Boer, kill the farm. But the same Black people are completely silent and they are not fighting about the fact that their family members are being slaughtered in the streets of South Africa. Black people are not putting on a fight about the fact that their children are unemployed. They are sitting at home, unemployed. Some of them, they are killing themselves because of depression. Black people are not putting on a fight because this rubbish government is giving their children rubbish education system. Black people are not putting on a fight about the fact that there are drugs within their communities. Black people are not putting on a fight about the number of taverns that you would find in the townships. Black people are not putting on a fight about the kind of healthcare system that they are being provided by the so-called Black government. But the same people are willing to fight tooth and nail to chant kill the Boer, kill the farm. I mean, sometimes I would think, can you just imagine if Black people were actually passionate about these issues that I have mentioned and willing to fight as much as they are fighting to chant kill the Boer, kill the farmer? Guys, can you just imagine the change that this country would actually see? If Black people would fight so hard to ensure that this government is being held accountable, if Black people would fight so hard to ensure that this rubbish education system is changed, can you just imagine the kind of change that we would see in this country if Black people actually fought for these political parties to actually give them the credible leaders that are qualified for the positions that they hold in certain municipalities? Black people are not willing to put on a fight, the fight that is going to change their lives, but they are willing to fight tooth and nail to chant kill the Boer, kill the farm. It boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. I don't want to lie. It boggles my mind. Every day. I'm a Black person. I live in the townships. I'm a Black person. I live in the townships. I know the struggles of the people in the townships. I am not just here running my mouth, talking about things that I don't know. I'm here talking about things that I know. Where is the fight from Black people to fight these incompetent municipalities that are allowing the situation where people are living with sewages in their streets? Where is the fight from Black people to hold these incompetent municipalities about the illegal dumpings that are all over the place, about the drugs? Where is the fight from Black people about the things that are going to change their lives? Why, as Black people, are we always putting on a fight about things that are never going to change their lives? I mean, this actually shows you how easy it is to actually manipulate Black people. I mean, political parties and the politicians, they have actually realized that in this country, you don't have to talk about things that are important. Because if you look at the politicians, most of the politicians from the so-called black political parties, they don't want to talk about economy. And it's not like they don't want to talk about economy. It's because they know nothing about the economy. They can offer nothing to black people about the economy. So the best thing that they can offer to black people, it is racial politics. Kill the bull, kill the farmer, hate an Indian, hate an Afrikaner, hate a white person. This is what they do best. This is what they do best. When was the last time you had a politician actually speaking about the economy? You look at the political parties that we have. How many political parties can actually go out and speak about the economy? Besides the DA. Besides the DA, how many political parties and how many politicians go out and talk about the economy and how we need to improve the economy? They don't talk about those things. They don't talk about those things because according to these people, racial politics is number one. As long as you can keep the people there divided, as long as you can gaslight the people at every turn, that's what you must do to continue to rule these people because they don't care about the issues that are going to change their lives. Black people have made it so easy for the politicians to walk all over them. They have made it so easy. I mean, politicians, I'm sure wherever they are, the likes of Julius Malema, I'm sure wherever Julius Malema is, it's like he's always laughing, man. It's Jacob Zuma. He's always laughing. Like, man, what kind of society that do we have in South Africa? What kind of people do we have in South Africa? Don't these people see that the fact that we don't even talk about the economy, we don't even entertain the talk about the economy? We can just go out and say, yeah, we need to industrialize and we need to take the land back. And if we take the land back, our people's lives is going to change. And then the people are clapping hands. Yeah. We need the land. We need the land. We need the land. Like, it is shameful, man. Like, it is completely shameful at this point. It is shameful. And you look at the races in this country, man, like people are surpassing us, man. Even the people that are coming outside of this country, man, they get into this country poor. You will never hear these people that come outside of the country saying that, no, you know, in South Africa, there is a system that is putting down black people. There is a system that is putting down the Indians. There is a system that is putting down the Afrikaners. No, the people come outside of this country. They get into this country and they say, this is the land of milk and honey. As long as I'm in South Africa, I am going to become a multimillionaire. And these people, they work hard every day. We see these people from Mozambique working around, selling the brooms, selling everything. We see these people, man. And these people are literally changing their lives. So you see these people coming from Zimbabwe, man. They open their salons, man. Like a guy would literally open a salon from one clipper. This guy would sit there, man. And with one clipper, and before you even know it, this guy has a salon. But people that are born in this country, they will always give you the excuses why our lives are not moving forward. Why? It's because these people have invested so much into what politicians are saying. They have invested so much into what politicians are saying. The politicians have actually made it possible for these people to see everything through their lens. You need to see everything through the lens of the politicians. It is so sad, man. Why are we fighting so hard for kill the bull, kill the farm? It is not going to improve our lives, not even one bit. If anything, it is actually making us look like barbarians to the rest of the world. What is it are we going to benefit? And why are black people putting on so much fight to try to kill the bull, kill the farmer, when we have problems that are pressing us every day, and we are not even willing to address any of these problems? We are not even willing to address any of these problems. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some of these things, man, they literally frustrate me. They frustrate me, man. They frustrate me. I mean, the politicians, man, South African politicians are one-trick ponies, man. South African politicians are one-trick ponies, man. And one thing is that once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Once you see how South African politicians operate, you cannot unsee it as much as you like. You cannot unsee it. Unfortunately, many people are not willing to see what's in front of their eyes. Unfortunately, many people are not willing to see what is happening. And most of these people are young people. But if you look at our senior citizens, if you look at our grandmothers, our grandfathers, these people are not shy to be honest about the kind of situation that we are facing in this country today. That's why I would normally say that when I had the conversations with my grandmother, one of the things that she would be painful about is the fact that you have a lot of young people that are walking around the streets, man. These people are not doing anything. And you know what my grandmother would say? My grandmother would say that, back in apartheid, this thing was not allowed, man. Having so many young people that are able to work, roaming around the streets doing nothing. This is what my grandmother would actually say. And my grandmother would actually, she would actually be aware even of the kind of security that we have in this country, the fact that we are not safe in this country. She would say that, man, back in the days, as much as things were hard, but we were safe. I could leave my house without locking my house. And I know that nobody would actually enter into my house. But today, we have to put on the butlers, we have to put on the security, we have to put on the alarms, because it is not safe anymore. The senior citizens in this country, they are not shy to say what is happening in this country. But young people that are born after the senior citizens, it's almost as if something has been put in their eyes that don't see anything, don't see anything, don't say anything, don't see anything. I mean, can you just imagine, guys, what our children are going to say to us? That, guys, you voted for a political party for the past 30 years. The same political party that failed to provide the services. The same political party that was stealing the state resources. The same political party that was corrupting the state-owned entities. The same political party that was filled with arrogant ministers. How was it possible? This is what our children are going to ask us. How was it possible that you guys voted for a political party that you could see that it was not even meant to govern the country? But you kept this political party in power for the past 30 years. What are we going to say to our children? What are we going to say to our children? I mean, like, if you look at most of the children today, they live nicely with white people. They go into the same schools. That's why they will never understand this whole thing of kill the bull, kill the farm. These are kind of questions that our children are going to ask us, that, Daddy, why were you guys chanting kill the bull, kill the farmer in democracy? Because I have a friend, and my friend is Stuart, and this is my best friend. I don't understand why we have a political party in the country that is chanting kill the Boer, kill the Afrikaners. Stuart is an Afrikaner. And why are you guys chanting about killing the family of Stuart? These are kind of questions that our children are going to ask us. And what are we going to say? What are we going to say? I mean, like, they want to look at us and say that, man, these people were the most irresponsible people, man. These people were the most irresponsible voters that this country has ever seen. It is shameful, man. It is shameful that we fight for things that are not going to change our lives. We are willing to go out, man. If you want to see black people engaged in issues, you will see them engaged in issues that are not going to change their lives. But when the news come out that, no, there's a hospital somewhere in Northern Cape, and this is a public hospital, and pregnant women are sleeping on floors, like, they're going to skip that story as if it's nothing. There are potholes, and these potholes have actually caused 10 accidents and 15 people have died. No, they are not going to say anything about those things. They are saying nothing about the fact that their children are being given this rubbish 30% education system. No, as long as our children are not in the house, man, please get these children out. Get these children out. They are not willing to engage with the issues that are going to change their lives. That is one thing that I find very problematic with black people. And I know when I say these things, I am going to get a lot of slack. But this is the price that we pay. This is the price that we pay for being here. It is sad, man. It is sad.
That's why I normally say that black people, they like to fight for things that even if you get them, your life don't change. If you sing kill the poor, kill the farmer, as grassroots, what are you benefiting? To get a house, to get a job, to get a business opportunity? The people who are inciting people to sing that song, they want to create some sort of anger, the atmosphere of anger, so that they can open doors for themselves. These are politicians politicking, saying, let's upset Rupert, let's upset captains of industries. And then they come and say, Julius, what do you want? Please, man, stop it. And then they come in. That's what the guys of PE did. To say, you know what? Hey, these black people, in the townships, they're going to come and destroy this thing, unless it's transformed. By transformation, it means you must put Cyril Ramaphosa there, a few of them. That's what they're doing. So I'm cautioning against that. And there are certain things that they have no value, We sing kill the poor, kill the farmer. And genocide. Now I experience genocide every day by this government.
Yes.
It's like, when they complain with the Afrikaners, they went to tell Trump, which no, they are being killed. It fascinates me, the thinking of black people in this country. One Afrikaner, it goes to, or 3 or 4, they go, to America and say we are being killed. Or they are complaining because nothing is happening. Farmers are being killed, black people in this country. One Afrikaner, it goes to, or 3 or 4, they go, to America and say we are being killed. Or they are complaining because nothing is happening. Farmers are being killed. I've spoken a lot about that. Blacks are being killed. So why are blacks quiet? Imagine you losing your family members to crime. And then you come to me and say, Ike, they were criminals here, and I'm always targeted by criminals. I said, shut up, Mike. You're not the only one. I also suffer, the impact of crime. That's what black people are doing.
I mean, guys, not to take credit, but sometimes I think when I say things, some of the most influential people in the country, they listen. Not to blow my own horn. I'm saying this because, guys, you remember when I made an argument about the Afrikaners going to the United States to say that we are being killed in South Africa, I actually said that I found it quite shameful that the black people in this country, they are willing to condemn the Afrikaners for actually caring about the fact that their people are being killed. And black people would actually be fine with the fact that Afrikaners are being killed, the black people are being killed, the Indians are being killed. So why are Afrikaners making noise? They are condemning the Afrikaners for caring about their people, which is something that I don't understand, because till today, what is it that black people have done about the fact that majority of the people that are being slaughtered in the streets of this country are black people? What is it that they have done? Because when you look at the Afrikaners, at least the Afrikaners have actually taken the steps to say that, no, we're going to go out and we're going to make as much noise as possible about the murderings and the killings that are taking place in this country. We cannot allow this situation to continue happening because we are losing our family members. The Afrikaners, they took the steps to say that we are going to fight this issue. But black people, instead of joining the Afrikaners and saying that we are sick and tired of the killings that are happening in South Africa, they are condemning the Afrikaners for going out and making noise about the killings that is happening in this country. How can the Afrikaners go out and say that there is a genocide? There is no genocide in this country. All of us are being killed and there is nothing special with the Afrikaners. The Afrikaners must just shut up. They are telling the people to shut up about the fact that their own kind is being killed. They hate the fact that the Afrikaners, they love other Afrikaners. They hate the fact that the Afrikaners, they are taking care of the Afrikaners. And they are willing to fight for each other to say that, no, we are not going to allow a situation where we are being killed like rats in the streets of South Africa. And this is a fight that should be put on by all South Africans. All races in this country should have come together to say that we are sick and tired of the killings that are happening in this country. What is the ANC has ever done about the killings that are happening in this country? Government of National Unity. Over 80 people are being slaughtered in the streets. We are competing with the countries that are at war. What is it that you people have actually done about the number of people that are being slaughtered in the streets? What kind of justice is offered to the families of the people that have lost their people in the streets of South Africa? This is a fight that should be put on by all South Africans. But because South Africans are so obsessed with racial politics, they are saying no. We are going to condemn the Afrikaners for actually fighting something that is also affecting us. We will condemn them. We will condemn them. You cannot make noise about the killings that are happening in this country. There's nothing special about you. All of us are being killed. And I remember this is an argument that was made in the White House. That no, it is not only the Afrikaners that are being killed, even black people are being killed. As if saying that, it actually makes the situation okay. As if saying that, it makes the situation okay. And it makes the situation even worse. It makes the situation even worse. To say that, no, man, like what kind of a mess that is happening in this country? This is a fight that should be put on by all South Africans to say that we are sick and tired of living with anxiety. We cannot even go to the malls because if you go to the mall, you don't know if you're going to make it back home. Every time when you see your child leaving your house, going to the school, you are worried because you don't know if your child will make it back. You don't know if your mother will make it back. You don't know if your brother, your sister will make it back. Even going to the shops, it is dangerous. People are being slaughtered. I have a friend of mine who was killed just like that for going to the shop. Going to the shop to buy cigarettes, and then this guy was being killed in the streets. Then black people are willing to condemn the Afrikaners for saying that there's too much killings in South Africa. And the black politicians have actually honed them into the genocide. That no, guys, you must fight this thing of the Afrikaners saying that there is a genocide. There is a genocide in this country. People are being slaughtered, man. We are fighting with the countries that are at war. Thousands and thousands of South Africans have been slaughtered, man. Have been slaughtered. I don't remember if it was yesterday or what. I was listening to radio and they were talking about the statistics of the women that have been raped and killed in this country from last year. I think over 25,000 women have been raped and killed in this country. And they don't want to say, no, there's nothing that is happening in this country. There is no such thing as, you cannot even talk about genocide when we talk about South Africa. Just imagine, man, over 25,000 women have been abused, harassed, abducted, and killed in this country in a space of a year. Look at the number of people that are being found in the streets. Of course, the statistics are saying that it is 80 people, but that is 80 people that are reported. How about a number of people that are not reported? The fact that we are condemning people for raising such an important issue, it shows that we are divided as the people in this country, and the politicians have won. The politicians have won this battle. Because instead of coming together and saying that we are sick and tired, all of us are losing our family members, it looks like we are okay with dying. As black people, we are okay with our people being found in the streets, slaughtered, as long as we can condemn the Afrikaners for loving their own people and taking care of their own people. You remember that lady from Kosa today in the White House saying that, no, it is not only the Afrikaners that are being killed in South Africa, man. If you go to rural South Africa, you would find the elderly, man, the senior citizens, man, our grandmothers and our grandfathers, man, you would find them with their throats slit. These people are being raped in the farms there, in the rural areas. Just to condemn the Afrikaners for saying that there is a killing problem in South Africa. There's a killing problem in South Africa. And her saying that, she didn't even realize that she was making the point that there is a huge problem in this country. There's a huge problem in this country. And all of us need to stand up and fight. When the Afrikaners are posting their people on social media to say that Mr. Mayor and Mrs. Mayor, this elderly couple was found slaughtered somewhere in the farms, you would find the people on social media saying like, nah, man, the Afrikaners have already started with their nonsense, man. This is propaganda, man. We do not have empathy for the people that are being slaughtered. We don't have empathy for the senior citizens that are being slaughtered in their farm. But this is what the politicians have actually succeeded in making people do. And that's why even today, when we hear of a story of a black senior citizen, our grandmothers, our grandfathers being raped near the rivers, being found with their throats slit, you would never find an outrage. Because the politicians have have won. They have totally won. So Advocate Ike Khumalo is basically making a point that I made a couple of weeks ago when I reacted to this thing. I said, I do not understand why black people are so frustrated and furious with Afrikaners saying that we cannot allow what is happening in this country to continue happening. We cannot allow that to happen. They said, no, you guys must shut up. You are not the only ones that are being killed. We are being killed too. So shut up. Do not hold the ANC accountable. Don't say anything about our president. Don't say anything about the South African Police Service. Don't say anything about that our families are not finding justice for the people that are killing them. Don't say any of that because you are not special. Shut up and allow your people to continue being killed because you are not the only ones that are being killed. This is basically what black people were saying. This is what black people are saying. And we are, I guess, supposed to ignore this nonsense propaganda that is being peddled. I have never seen so many people basically rendering their thinking process to the politicians. I have never seen so many black people, rendering their thinking process to the politicians. And this is still going to cost us a lot. This is still going to cost us a lot. I don't think, but it is enough, man. It is enough. And unfortunately, it seems like black people haven't had enough. It seems like they haven't had enough. We are not even willing to stand together, man, on the issues that are affecting all of us. We cannot even stand together. We cannot even stand together. But this is how divided we are in this country. This is how divided we are in this country. So sad. So sad. Guys, please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.